I'm only a human being, I'm not a robot, but I'm here, I'm excited.
So Cassidy comes and he brings the party along with him. What's this bottle you have on you, dude?
Oh yeah, we got the rosé on deck, man, you know what I'm saying? Time went back, so it's getting dark quicker, you know what I'm saying? So the night is coming quicker. So once I seen it was dark outside, I feel as though it's time to pop them bottles. I'm gonna get started early tonight.
Got you. Now, how much does a bottle like that go for, dude?
I ain't sure, man. You know, I don't look at the price tag. I just pay for it. I don't even really know.
Okay.
And I buy it so many different places. Whether you go to the liquor store or the club, it's a completely different price.
Okay.
You buy it in the liquor store and in the club, the price gonna quadruple. So I don't really know.
Because I'm trying to save up for one of those. Like, I want to save up
You
for...
gotta do that. You filthy rich, man. You know, stop lying to the people, man. You know you getting all that money now. You probably trying to save up to buy the whole company, man. I know what you're trying to do.
I don't know, man. I'd probably have to pawn off a whole bunch of all my Xbox games and stuff to get one of those bottles. But why don't you tell me about...
Sorry, not to cut you off, but since you mentioned the Xbox, I want everybody to know that I'm on the new 2K11 soundtrack. That's the best game out with Michael Jordan on the cover, and I'm on the soundtrack. I'm looking forward to solidifying the whole soundtrack so I can get other artists on the soundtrack and get them quality music from now on.
Oh, all new music from you?
Well, I got one record on the new 2K11. It's called Game Time.
Okay.
But in the future, I'm going to try to solidify more of the soundtrack so I can get more music in and be responsible for even choosing the other artists that's on the soundtrack. That's what we're working on momentarily.
That's crazy. And aside from that, tell me about this album, dude.
The album is phenomenal. It's the best project I ever put together. We just had a bunch of listening sessions, and I feel so much better about talking about the album when people hear it because it changed everybody's outlook on the music that I put together. But it's quality music. You could play it from beginning to end. You don't got too many hip-hop albums like that no more where you could listen to an album from beginning to end. It's probably been a decade since the album came out that I could really play like that. So I'm just on my job. I'm dedicated. I've been working hard, putting blood, sweat, and tears into this album. I executive produced it myself. Not only did I executive produce it, but I did some production on it. I produced some of the beats and co-produced some of the beats on the album. I wrote 100% of the verses, and I even wrote some of the choruses that the feature sung on my album. So I'm stepping it up in a lot of different areas, even writing the treatments to my videos, about to get budgets opened up so we can shoot the movies to some of these scripts that me and my team have put together. I'm just working hard, grinding, man, trying to get it off the ground.
Man, that's crazy. And I see a lot of features on here, too. I see, like, The Game, Maya. Who else you have on here? Red Cafe. How'd you go about selecting the people that you were going to work with on this one?
It was all people that I had direct relationships with. I didn't do any publicity stunt features, like just get a person that's on the charts and put them on my song so I could get on the charts. That was a thing that we used to do in the past when I was on G Records. That was like they key to success. So my first single was with R. Kelly. I did songs with Kanye, Neo, Mary J. Blige. I did a lot of big records and had big features in the past. But I feel as though the same way that it was beneficial, it was also hurting me because a lot of other people was getting, I wasn't getting all the respect for making the hit records. Other people was getting, you know what I'm saying, some of the credit for the hit record aside of me. So this time around, I wanted to get 100% of the credit for making hit records. That's why I tried to stay away from the features that people would expect.
Okay, and what would you say for the people that are used to the old Cassidy, when you were first introduced to the world, when you had the songs with Mashonda, you had the songs with R. Kelly, what would you say the progression is with this album from like back then? What's the difference?
For one, practice makes perfect. You know what I'm saying? The more you do it, I be grinding every day, so I'm getting better at making hit records. Before, I used to just be focusing on punchlines, metaphors, bars, because I was a battle rapper that wasn't really rhyming to music or making songs. But once I got into the game, I started focusing on making hit records, and after a while, you get better and better and better at it. So the difference between my old albums and now is that I picked 100% of the beats. I executive produced it myself. I decided what songs made the album. I decided the direction that I wanted to go into the album. So it's all me this time around. It's not a bunch of A&Rs or record label people playing a part in the music that we get. That's why I used to always put out classical mixtapes. Whenever you would see a battle online, everybody would say it was classical to go down in history. But my albums had classical songs on it, like I had legendary singles and things like that. But the album all as a whole, it never felt complete to me because I wasn't responsible for picking all the songs and deciding the singles that I was going to go with and things like that. So now that I got more control over my own career, I feel better about it, and that's what's the difference between now and then.
Man, everybody who's grown up listening to you, man, they know you used to eat up dudes, and I've seen the videos on YouTube, and you know, a monster when it comes to freestyling, battling. Are you done with that? Is that chapter closed? What's going on with that?
Well, I actually I don't feel as though there's nobody in the world that's on my level as far as battle rap. All the new up and coming dudes that's battling going hard, there's a lot of talent out there, but they didn't accomplish enough, or they not on a high enough level for it to be beneficial for me to battle those guys. You know what I'm saying? And then the dudes that got just as many fans, if not more, or sold just as many records, if not more, they intimidated, they scared to battle me. So it's like I can't really find nobody that'll make a good battle. It's just like if you Floyd Mayweather, you're not going to get in the ring with Mike from up the street that just started boxing just because people feel as though he could beat you. It's like you got to get your weight up. You got to be a #1 contender for me to fight you. That's going to bring some money on pay-per-view. That's going to be beneficial for me to box you. So it's the same thing with this music. This is a business. So I'm not going to benefit from battling right now. And I feel as though the only person that'd be competition for me is myself. That's why I'm a hustler in bars. I battle myself on the intros to my album because I feel as though I'm the only person that can mess with me.
Now,
But this time around on this album, like even if I battle somebody else, I won't continue to battle that person. Like everybody that I battled, I only battled once. I'm not going to keep battling you over and over again. So that's the reason why I didn't want to keep battling myself over and over again. I did it on 2 albums. So this time around, the intro to my album is Face to Face, and that's a record where I'm talking about battle rap, but I'm talking about a lot of battles that I would like to see in the industry. All the industry names that I name and the person that I would like to see that the industry people battle. So it's hypothetical battles. I know 9 times out of 10 we never see those battles, but it just encourage the artists that I'm naming to go hard, want to step it up and want to polish their craft so that they could be better than the person that I named.
I'm glad you brought that up because I consider you one of the few artists, maybe the only one, the only battle MC that actually has a real career. You know, I'm not talking about Jin, I'm not talking about Sirius Jones. You actually, people, a lot of the kids don't even know you battled. They just know you as an artist, you know? So out of these industry dudes, who's somebody that maybe would surprise people that's actually a dope battle MC? Like somebody established that can still, that maybe you know has battled, like, I don't know, Eminem, or is there anybody that you think is good that's on that level?
I'm pretty sure it's a lot of dudes that can rap. It just depends on how prepared you are at that moment. I mean, you might go win a battle today and tomorrow you might could lose to the same person. It just depends on how prepared you are and how ready you are. You know what I'm saying? Just like with boxing. You know what I'm saying? If you don't train for the fight and you're not prepared, at any given time somebody can land a lucky punch and knock you out. It's just like that in the battle rap. Somebody might have the right type of line or the right strategy to come at you and you might lose. So it just depends on, you know what I'm saying, how the artists come to the table and do their thing. But, you know what I mean, like you said, Eminem, he can rap. I'm pretty sure he started off battling and doing his thing, so I'm pretty sure that he could still do it right now if he wanted to. Just like it's a lot of other artists that could potentially battle if they wanted to, but it's just all about how hard they go and how much they want to show up.
Right. Now, getting back into this album, it's called Cash. Was Swizz Beatz a part of this one? In between the sips of the rosé.
Well, I got a song out with Swizz Beatz right now and John Legend. It's called Searching. It's on the internet. You know what I'm saying? I put it out for the streets just to get the buzz up. I got a 5-song EP called Face to Face on iTunes for sale now. And I got a song called Henny and Picardi with Swizz on the chorus. So I'm still working with Swizz and we still got a relationship. But as far as the album is concerned, I wanted to separate myself from Swizz just to prove to the world that I can make a hit record without Swizz. So it's no beef or nothing like that. It's not like we on bad terms or nothing like that. I just wanted to grow as a man and prove to the world that I can make hits, executive produce my own album and control my own production company opposed to being on somebody else's.
Okay, and there's no more, you're not signed to his label anymore or anything like that?
No, I'm not. I got my own production company, Larceny Family Entertainment, and I got E1 Distribution. So, you know what I mean, I'm in full control of my own production company. E1 is giving me all the things that I need, all the tools that I need. And aside of that, I got a partnership with Carmelo Anthony. Before I got my distribution deal, I knew I was going to need budgets to be able to compete with the artists that's on major labels but still be independent. So that's why I reached out to a person like Carmelo that I got a relationship with, that I'm friends with, and I know that he got a lot of money to spend. So I put together the right type of paperwork for him to invest in me so I could do it right.
Okay. Since you're still cool with Swizz, I guess, were you at the wedding, dude?
Nah, I didn't go to the wedding. I didn't actually make the wedding, no.
Oh, okay. I mean, have you talked to him since he's been? You've obviously still been talking to him. So have you been around Alicia while she's pregnant and all that stuff?
Well, yeah, I mean, I see Alicia every now and then. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I know Alicia, and I seen Swizz a few times too. But I've been real busy. He been real busy running around, traveling the world. So I don't see him as much as I used to when we was working on projects together.
Okay.
But when I see him, it's all love. You know what I'm saying? I was with him when he was going through the split with Mashonda. I was there when he first got with Alicia. So I seen him go through the process and the adjustments that he was making.
Did you ever think about getting Alicia on one of the records?
I actually did do a record with Alicia before, a remix to one of the records that she had out. I've been thinking about so much and doing so much I can't remember the name of the song right now, but it was a nice record that she had out that I jumped on a remix with. But I would like to do a record with Alicia because she got so many fans and she's so talented. But that's like with anybody that's talented and got a lot of fans, I'm willing to work with them. I'm not one of them artists that don't want to work with artists and will feel intimidated or feel some type of way about, you know what I mean, collaborating.
Right,
I'm willing to work with any artist that got a bunch of fans because it's going to be beneficial to me. I feel as though I'm going to be able to do my thing on a song and get more fans out of collaborating with other artists, so I'm just willing to do whatever.